Hello YouTube, today I will be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy S4. I ordered this from Kogan and I'm very sorry but I won't be powering it on. This is just an unboxing. This is my mum and my dad's phone. So if you want to see it working, then I'm sorry that you're going to have to tune out. But otherwise, if you want to see an unboxing, I'll get to that right now. Okay, so here is the S4 out of its box. This S4 was bought from Kogan, and this has come from England. It has an English adapter in there, but they chuck in this little box with an adapter in it. So if I just take that out, just there, you get this little box inside. They just chuck in a little adapter for you. So that's really nice and handy of them. It's nice of them. Okay, so this is a black version today. I do have the white version here that was already unboxed by my dad. And as you can see, you can tell which one's white and which one's black because of their lines. Today I will be showing you a review and not a review, an unboxing. And this unboxing video will be of the black S4, and I'll also take off the white S4 and we can have a look at that. I will not be powering up these devices today because they are my parents and they are not mine, and I don't want to screw around with them. I will also be comparing them to some devices such as iPad mini, a normal 7-inch tablet, and iPod Touch 5th generation. I'll also be showing you some really cool cases. Okay, so we'll just take a look around the box. So as you can see, a nice black line, pretty, and it just tells you a bit of information. It has a HD AMOLED screen, it runs Android, Ice Cream Sandwich, it has Wi-Fi, it has Bluetooth, LTE, which means it's a 4G phone. This one comes in 16GB. Get my camera to focus on that. Yep, 16GB, and those are the specs. Okay, so, and then you get the side, and then it says S4 there, and then back around to the front. So I'll just cut this open and we can get straight to it. Sorry, I can't be very quick, but I'm doing this one-handed, holding my iPhone. Okay, there we go, and I'll just do the other side. Okay, now, are you ready? Here's the almighty S4. If I can get it out. Okay, and there it is. So this is the S4, and as you can see, it is pretty big. So it has a nice little handy tab to lift up. Now it is very light at the moment because it doesn't have any battery in it. But there it is. There is the S4. Now my dad doesn't want me to take off the front cover, but I will be able to take off the back so that you guys can have a look. As you can see, I really like about the S4 is this nice sort of finish it has. If I can get my cameras to focus on it, you can see that there is a sort of weaved pattern into this, which makes this a very unique phone. So it's very big in the hand, if I must say. It's very, very big. And if I just put the box to a side for a moment, put that down on the table, I'll compare this to an iPod Touch. Later we'll be going into more depth. This is an iPod Touch 5th generation, and this is the S4. And as you can see, they are this is a very big phone with a very big screen. I'll compare to you them side on. So there you go. They're pretty thin, pretty good devices. Okay, now I'll just put this to a side and we will go through the box. So you lift up this tab and then you should find your instructions. You get your basic quick start guide that all Samsungs come with. And because this device has so many cool features, they even have to chuck in this really cool features handbook, which if I can get this out, sorry. It's a features handbook, and it tells you all about your Galaxy and how to use it, better than the quick start guide does. So I'll put them away. Now if we go further into the box, we get these nice earphones, and I have tried these out, and these are pretty good. They do have a little bit more treble than they should. They could have been a little bit more, for the bass. So I do have one thing against them. They are the gel ones, and they do come with a volume rocker. Yet this will only work on the S4 itself. Any other devices it will not work on. So if you have an S4 and you give these to your kids, if they have an iPod, the volume rocker is not going to work with them. So they're just going to be normal earphones without it. Okay, now I move on. This is our charging cable, small little charging cable, the USB port, and this is the British adapter that just folds up like that, and then this little thing here actually just slides straight into it. Oops, sorry, wrong way. Just like that, and then that is the UK adapter. And here is these extra little beads for the earphones, so if you have different ear sizes. And here is the battery. Okay, well, I have just unboxed this black iPhone, the Samsung Galaxy S4, so I'll put that away to the side, and now I can have a look at the white one. The white one has already been opened and has its protectors and all that off, and it has its battery in it, and it's a very big device. They're exactly the same size, they're just different colours, but you will notice one little difference. On the white version has this that weaved pattern, but it's not reflective or grey like the S4. The S4 is grey, yet the S4 in white version it just looks like a normal white, and when I zoom in like this, you can hardly tell the difference. But with the black version, yeah, you can really see it. Okay, so these are the two devices. They're exactly the same. They're the S4. So I'm sorry I can't take this off, but there they are. That's white versus black. I don't know. I always say whatever device I get, I always get it in the white, because not all screens are the black that this is. So it means that you have this as black, and then that'll look like grey. Whereas if you get the white version, that looks like a black screen, that looks like white. Otherwise, this looks like black, and that looks like grey. So it's whatever you like. Do you like white or black? Okay, so I have the white S4's box here. It's exactly the same as the black one, except they have a white trim there, and that one has a black one. Okay, so I'll just cut out now, and I'll go and we'll do a comparison between many devices. Okay, now this is my device lineup here. So right here we have the white S4 and the iPod Touch 5th generation. So as you can see, their whites are very nice. It's a lot thinner down here than it is here on the iPod. And this one has 3 buttons. It has 2 touchscreen there and 1 home button click, whereas the iPod, as you all know, only has 1 button. They're both sort of very similar, the devices. If I take a look, we can explore the S4. Down at the bottom we have its charge port, and up at the top we have its headphone jack, a microphone, and another microphone. We have the camera and an LED flash on the back, and on the side we have our on and off button. And this is our volume rocker, and that's our on and off button. Okay, so I'll place that back down. So the devices that we'll be comparing with is the iPod Touch 5th generation, an iPad mini, and a normal 7-inch tablet. This 7-inch tablet is mine, and no, this is not an Apple device. This is actually Born, and this is from Aldi. It was $100, and it's pretty good. I'll do a review on this later on. All these devices I will review and give them a good review. Once the S4s are up and running and my parents have set them up, I'll give a full review of that. So yeah, you can wait till that, and right now we'll be going through and looking at them. I'd like to talk about if you're someone that thinks, okay, is it handy for me to have an iPad mini as I'm going to watch my videos on and all that, and then get a small phone like an iPhone or something like that, or even get an iPod and play games on? Or is it something you want to go for an S4 with a bigger screen, but the disadvantage is it has is that it's not very it's very big to carry around, and it's not very small. I personally like having a small phone that fits in my pocket, and not something big and in between the iPad Mini and a big, like, a small phone. I'd rather have an iPad Mini and a small phone than have a big one. But I must say, these displays are pretty impressive for their size, and they are really good displays with their HD AMOLED screens. So they are definitely worth getting and going and having a look at in stores. These S4s were both bought from Kogan. So if you're in Kogan, if you're in Australia, if you're in America, wherever you are, you should be able to purchase these. These S4s, I think, were around, I'm not sure, I think they were $600, around there somewhere. I'm not sure on their price range. But yeah, so I don't know, like, if you want a big phone, then this is for you. Or if you just want to get something, small and compact, and then get an iPad Mini or something like that, you may maybe go on an iPhone and an iPad Mini. But your choice. I'm personally Apple, as you can see, iPod, and I have an iPhone. My iPhone, if you can see it in the reflection. But I would personally go Apple anytime. I like Apple. But you know what? If you want your Android, then this is it. This is the top of the line Android phone. So yeah, just before I tune out, I will be showing you a couple of cool cases that you can get for these. Okay, now as you can probably tell, the white one is my mum's and the black one was my dad's. So here's a couple of cases. You might be seeing on the market there is a case called the S-View case that goes for around about $70 to $60, and it's very expensive. And it only comes in the colours of the phone. Or you can go for something like this, which you can get in any colour, and obviously it's pink. And by the way, this is not my phone, so don't bag me out for the case, it's my parents'. But you can get a case like this. It does the exact same job as the S-View. You get to see the screen, and it has a cutout for the microphone. Plus, when you go inside, you pull the magnet off, you go inside, and it has a little pouch so you can store, your money in there, or a credit card, whatever, and it's nice and good for that. But it really does a good job of protecting these screens. As you can see, there's only a small little gap there. The S-View cover clips onto the back of the phone and gives it a new back plate, whereas this one just goes in like a normal case. So whatever you want. If you want to spend the extra money and get that, you can. Or on the other hand, there's this black case, and it's the exact same. You flip it from the back, and it opens up, and it's just a basic standard case. Yet you can put multiple credit cards. You can put an ID in here, and multiple credit cards, and then store your cash in here, while also keeping the Samsung protected. This one does not have an S-View, so you might think that this is probably better for protecting and doing the job. Whatever you think. Do you like flip cases, or do you just like normal cases? That's what you think, guys. Okay, my next video, I'll be creating lots of videos. I think my next one will be on my iPod Touch. Then I might do the iPad, and then I'll do my 7-inch tablet. So subscribe and like, and I'll do as many videos as I can. Thank you.